What's happening, guys? I'm back already. Same shirt I was wearing at the end of the last video. I'm filming it the same day. So today I want to do another DIY, and it's for the kayak. It started out as a friend of mine sent me a picture on Facebook, probably as a joke, but you know, it sparked something in my mind, and I think it's a pretty good idea for you kayakers who have like the lower end ones and don't have anything to keep your fish in if you're in a tournament like a Livewell. So I'm gonna put a picture right here of the one that my friend sent me, but as you can see, it's just a basket. It's a laundry basket with an open top. And if you got fish in there, from my experience, as soon as I put fish in like a live well or just even back in the water, sometimes when you just release them nice and soft, they'll fly up out of the water. So you're gonna lose your fish. I'm gonna take it a step farther. I got this bin, 2 pool noodles, some draw ties, bigger draw ties for the pool noodles, and then a couple smaller ones to tie down the corners, because I'm going to make one with a lid, and I'm going to cut some kind of a hole here where you can put the fish in, and it'll have just like a, I don't know, like a cutout of a bucket lid or something like that on some draw ties that lay flat on it, and it'll be harder for them to get out. I had already, as you can see, pre-drawn where I'm going to cut with the jigsaw on the lid, and then the pool noodle will fit down there, so that will keep the lid on. And I already pre-drilled all the holes in here, and then I just got to go through them and get the bigger holes, so when you put it in the water, it will sink down, and then the pool noodles will float. So I'm going to cut them out to save time. I'll get back with you, but I'll be using my circle drill, and then I'll take my jigsaw and cut those out, and I'll get back with you as soon as I get done. Stay tight. Alright guys, I'm finally done. As you can see, I cut bigger holes. I cut 11 on this side, 11 on that side, 8 on the ends, and 6 on the bottom, so when it sits in the water it should sink. The cap, or the lid, I already left the sides out, so when it gets put on, it leaves the space here where the noodles will come in, and I already cut them the size where they fit on the sides, and I'll push them down, and that's all I'm going to do for tonight. What's happening, guys? I got everything. I think I have everything that I need. I have all the holes drilled to hold the cap on. I got my big thing here to put the fish in, and later on I'll put a flap over top of it. But first I want to put on the noodles so I can make sure they are tied down before I strap this down. And it's no biggie. I just need to line them up, because I'm going to be taking it off so I can put the bands around them. I mean the zip ties. That's all you got to do now is piece these together. Push it down. And I have holes pre-drilled for them, so now all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, now I just got to put these on. Now the holes here are big enough for the big green zip ties. I just got a feel for it. I'm going to try to hide these down the bottom. And I'll be cutting the access off after I get done putting them all on. I'm doing this inside because it's pretty hot outside today. I mean, it's cooler than it has been, but with the sun so intense right now, just it really feels really hot. Okay, so got one side on. That ain't going nowhere. Now this whole thing only cost the pool noodle. Actually, I bought two, but I only needed one. I only I only wound up using one. So the bin was like $8. The pool noodle was, I was only charged, sign at Walmart said they were like $4.97 or $5.97 each, but when I looked at the receipt, it only said $2.97. So I don't know if she charged me wrong or they just had it in the wrong spot. But I wound up only paying, I already had the zip ties. So if you need to buy your zip ties, if you're going to do this, total cost is probably going to be about $20. With the pool noodle and the bin the other day were only 14 something. And since I had the zip ties and all the other stuff, it was a pretty good deal. And if it works, I'm sure it will, but there's only one way to find out. After I get it all together, I'm going to make a video in my kayak and try it out. Especially if I'm going to be trying to get the fish for that other pond that I stocked, which is now Gilly Pond. You probably don't need to put two on here, on each one, but the picture that I showed you, one thing only had one in the center, but I feel that the pool noodle will probably curl up, so I just feel better putting two on the closest ends. It just gives me a peace of mind. Now, all the, as you can see, all them other holes, there's two holes right here. Right now, they're small holes. They're only there for the intent that when I get a piece, decide what kind of rope I'm going to use, because I don't know what size I'm going to use yet, probably a 1/4 inch one. I'll draw that hole bigger, and I'm going to, you know, feed it in, tie a knot, feed it in, tie a knot, so it's a handle just on this side. Then on the other end of the rope that'll be tied to the kayak that trails it, that'll be pulling it around, I'll just simply clip it onto that handle, and as it's floating, it'll just pull it along. And if you need it, just pull it to you, put the fish in, and I think this hole is big enough where you can reach down and get him out. Okay, so I have two big ones left over, so they will be for when I decide what kind of a lid I'm going to put on here. Sure, it's going to be like a 5-gallon bucket lid. I'll have to cut just about a 1/4 inch bigger than this and put 2 draw ties in there as a like a hinge. Now all these, I have holes drilled here, on the ends, and on the ends here on the bottom. So this will be actually zip tied down too. So that's where the smaller ones come in. And that's why the bigger hole too. I'm going to feed it through, then through this hole. If I can find it. There it is. Tight. And I'm going to go back, like I said, and clip these with the scissors or a pair of some kind of clippers. I just got to find the hole here. Jack stop. Like I said, this was sent to me in a picture on Facebook from one of my friends. And I believe he sent me this as a joke, but thought it was a darn good idea. Oh, this one's going to be the hard ones. Well, maybe not. Evidently they are going to be a little bit harder, so I'm going to turn you off for a second, zip tie them so I don't waste all your time, and I'll come back and show you the final product. All right, I'm back, guys, and there you have it. Got the floaty system, nice little Livewell for your kayak. I'm going to be testing this out, so stay tuned to one of the videos. I'm going to go back to that farm pond. I'll put a couple in here and see how they fare. They should do pretty good because I don't have a bubbler or something like that. They're going to be in their natural waters. They'll just be contained. And if this works without a top, I'll go without the top. But I didn't want the whole thing open because, like I said, it should be floating like right here or right down here, and it should be just out of the water. And you know how they like to, they'll jump right out. But if that's the case, I'll probably do it anyway, but I'm going to put a little door. I just got to find out or get one, really, because I don't have any lids for a 5-gallon bucket. I don't even know if I can buy one without buying the bucket, unless I have one sitting around in the shed I don't know about. So anyway, this is your Kayak Livewell. You can use a different bin if you want. You might take two noodles or whatever it takes, but this one only took one. I even had like that much extra on this one. I didn't need both the noodles I bought. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell button. See you later, guys.